No.
Wait. Okay,
Wait.
Mary.
Okay, how did you feel to be the
when
first
you
winner of the first competition
writing
of the
competition?
Reminac Kids competition?
Mary. Hi guys, I'm Reminac and you are watching Talk Uganda. Today we are gonna be talking about creative writing. Sit tight and enjoy. I am here with my colleagues and introduce to our viewers.
My name is Roshan.
Omar and Roland.
And how are you doing? How is life?
Life is amazing.
And today we are gonna be talking about creative writing. And what do you know about it?
Creative writing is being creative as you write.
Okay.
Creative writing is just using your creativity to put something on paper.
Okay. And is it easy or difficult?
It's
Difficult.
easy.
Why easy? Why difficult?
Huh? What?
Why difficult? Why easy?
Yeah, it's easy for it's just imagining something. Like creating something, like how God created man. So just create a man in your head and then make sure that man has a story behind him.
Okay.
Oh,
Why
it's difficult because you create something and then you write. After writing and you see that it does not make sense. That's why it's difficult.
No.
If it makes sense to you, so it's still
It
creative.
depends on your creativity. Maybe your creativity also doesn't make sense. That's why what you write also doesn't.
You can create something and then you.
Okay.
How can
It doesn't. If you give it to someone, it doesn't appear like.
To you, it
useful.
can make sense.
Okay.
But to someone
writing
else.
easy or difficult?
Right?
Yeah. Just writing.
Writing
easy.
has to be easy.
Now, how about creating?
Creating is easy.
Now, why
Creating,
is
is it-
writing?
Is it the same as
difficult?
imagining?
Yeah.
You create and then you imagine.
You
It's the same
imagine.
thing.
It's the same thing, yeah. Then,
Wow.
if writing and creating is easy, why is creative writing difficult?
Did I say so?
Today we have a guest in our presence. She is a writer and the very first winner of the Reminac comics writing competition with her book titled The Help of God.
Yeah.
And she's here to help us understand the topic of creative writing a little bit. So may you approach as she comes in. Mary, welcome to Kids Talk, and may you introduce yourself to all our viewers and those guys. I think they don't know you.
Okay, thank you for introducing me. My name is Nauma Mary Franklin, the writer of Help of God, and I'm so glad to be in this show and I'm so happy.
Yeah, that's cool. And you look great, by the way.
So, what inspired you to write that book or to write that story?
It was just from God's grace. That's what, like, I knew how to write because some people never knew who God is and never knew who was the Son. So I created that story so that children and people should know why God is alive.
Okay, and what inspired you to become a writer?
Reading novels and small storybooks.
Like which novels?
Oliver Twist and some little comics like Barbie and Bobby.
Okay, like, what does it feel to be a writer?
It feels so great and I'm so glad to write my story which will go outside all countries.
And why do you think most children like her find writing difficult?
I think some children find it difficult because some of them they don't know how to imagine and it's not easy sometimes to imagine.
Yeah,
think
it's
of your
not
own
easy.
ideas.
Sometimes.
Yeah, you even don't know how to.
Even sometimes me too, that help of God. Sometimes it's the first time how I wrote it, sometimes confused me. And others lack spelling skills. Me too, sometimes I lack spelling skills. So sometimes I ask Google or my parents to help me.
So that's how you improve your vocabulary also. How much are you saying the book by the way?
10,000 shillings.
Do you think it should be more? Because it seems like a real good book.
I think like 20.
35.
20.
Okay.
No, I think she's selling
And
it at a
Are
cheaper
you
price
going to
for all to
also
buy.
make issue 2? Because this is issue 1.
Yes,
Interesting.
it's coming soon this year, and more stories are coming up.
By you?
Yes.
So, what is your writing process like? How do you come up with your stories?
Sometimes I imagine it like real, like that help of God. I imagine it like I'm the one who's a superhero, like I'm the one who's saving the world. Even sometimes I imagine it like my own movie. Then
Your
I
own
write it.
reality.
Yes. So I write it, then it comes out.
Okay. So, you see, it's easy to imagine and write.
She said sometimes it's difficult.
No, sometimes it's
Yeah, she
difficult,
said
but
sometimes
most-
it's easy to imagine. So
Yeah.
maybe most of the other times it might be difficult to think of other ideas.
So, any advice to those children who like writing but they can't access it?
I would advise them to always ask their parents and teachers to help them on their vocabulary, and also learn more about imagining so that they can write and know what
So
comes
wait,
out.
if the teachers and parents won't be able to help them with the vocabulary, what will they do?
They sometimes like get a pencil, they write
Try
on-
out the difficult
Yeah.
spellings.
That's what.
So, like, what message did you send to the people in writing that book?
That message is all about believing in God, that miracles soon will happen. Then if you pray, and there is a proverb which says, God will help those who help themselves. So first help yourself, then after God will come in. But think about God first, then after you do other things.
Great.
So, when will we receive more books like that?
Issue 2 is coming soon, but there's another story called The Hardworking Girl. It's also coming soon. Even other issues for help of God, mostly the Christmas issues.
Nice. So can we get a sneak peek?
What?
Not it.
Okay. So wait, how can I access this book if I want to buy a wholesale?
You can go to Kampala Book Market and you buy it. Or soon I'm going to send them to some supermarkets so you can find them.
Okay.
Okay, guys, if you have any questions from the book,
Yeah, what?
okay.
Who is
can
the
you-
help of God?
The help of God is actually me.
You.
Oh,
And in which class is the help of God?
According to the
Actually, now she's in primary 5, but I'm now I'm in P7. That's
so how did you come up with that idea? Because you are in primary 5, like 10 years old.
yes.
You are too young to come up with that idea.
I just imagine it because as our family we are Catholics and we believe in God. So I tried to make a story which can make us
spread your religion.
yes.
Your belief. So okay, hey, I had a question from inside here. What's the name of that silly boy? I couldn't find it. There's a boy who was really making a lot of funds.
His name is Fokot.
Where was it?
But
It
in
isn't.
issue 2 he made a new friend. But
Who?
that friend was like the son to the evil wizard.
Wow. So that's the sneak peek. Thanks. You got that?
So, Mary, who inspired you to write this book?
First of all, it was God because that thing came into my mind, and first it was God. Then the second was Charles Dickens because his stories are for sorrow, and they mean Oliver Twist was just a poor boy without any father or mother. So also he inspired me plus my parents.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh,
So how did it feel when you won When you won,
the
no.
first.
That doesn't make sense.
Wait. Okay,
Wait,
Mary.
okay, how did
How
it feel
did
to
you
be
feel
the
when
first
you
winner of
won
the first competition
writing
of the
competition?
Reminac Kids competition?
Mary.
How did it feel to be for you to be the first to win the Reminac Kids competition?
Writing competition.
It felt great and it made me like to be like a follower of Jesus, and it also made me to also make my siblings to also come up with some stories.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What books do you recommend other children to read in order like to get inspired like you?
Mostly read about Oliver Twist. Then sometimes read these Reminac comics and also read my new stories which are coming soon, and other stories if you can find them in a library which will make you inspired.
Okay.
So Mary, what message do you have to the viewers out there watching?
I employ them to always read more books and always believe in God, read the Bible, and always stay tuned to Reminac TV.
So Mary, we have a small gift for you. It's from the Reminac Studios. I hope you like it.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Reminac TV. I'm so glad to be in this show. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary, for joining us in the studio today and for shedding light on the topic of creative writing. We hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
This marks the end of our episode today. You have been watching Kids Talk on Reminac TV. Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe and comment. Like. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.